Yo, what is up everyone? This is OJ over here from PlayerEssence and welcome to the PE Nintendo Switch news video. Today, we've got a bunch of great topics for you guys, so let's go ahead and jump right in. So of course, we're still trickling out news from the big Nintendo Switch presentation 2017, and we have some good stuff coming from Konami. Yes, you heard that right, Konami. So Super Bomberman R is being developed by the former Bomberman devs. That is launching with the system day and date, March 3rd. Let's go. So let's go ahead and get right into this here. So after speaking with a Konami representative, Siliconera has learned that Nintendo and Konami worked together to make Super Bomberman R happen. Moreover, the site reports that Konami's internal team is handling development, which is comprised of former Hudson staffers who contributed to past Bomberman titles as well as Hexadrive. This is absolutely fantastic information, and I know Bomberman isn't one of those big titles out there that would look really good on like the big stage, but I love the fact that Nintendo went to Konami and said, hey, we know Bomberman was a big thing of the Super Nintendo's past, of the N64's past, of Nintendo's past, and we want Bomberman on the Nintendo Switch at launch. I love that they did that because Konami, there's no way Konami was going to remake a Bomberman unless there was something influencing them to do so, and Nintendo went there. Bomberman, for many of you guys probably don't know this, but Bomberman is one of my favorite Super Nintendo games and one of my favorite GameCube games. Bomberman Jetters. Love that game, played it with one of my best friends growing up all the time. So to see Bomberman come back, this was an announcement that kind of fell by the wayside, but this is going to be a great game made by the former Bomberman devs, and I think it's going to be better than Jetters. So the fact that you're going to be able to play this on the go, the footage that they showed looks really clean and fun. Great stuff here. Former Bomberman devs on the Nintendo Switch at launch. That is a buy 100% for me. In addition to having online play too, yo, shout outs to Nintendo and Konami for making this happen. Next, we're going to move on to some FIFA news. So EA announced one game for the Nintendo Switch so far, and that is just FIFA Switch. That's pretty much all we know at this point. It's just going to be an EA Sports FIFA game, and there was some confusion whether this was just a port of the Wii version, port of an Xbox 360, Xbox One version, like what version of FIFA are Nintendo fans going to be getting? And we do have some clarification on that matter because EA's Peter Moore has said that FIFA Switch is custom built for the Nintendo Switch. So that can be a little bit vague in terms of things, but it seems to me like, yes, they are taking the necessary steps to optimize this version for the Nintendo Switch. So it's not just going to be a quick and dirty port, kind of like how they did with the FIFA games on the Wii, where it was just like the last year's version and just put the same thing and put like a extra like number on there and then just said, here you go, we got another FIFA, and just updated the roster. So it's basically just a roster update. So it does seem like they are going to take some time to make sure that it runs great in portable mode, that it runs great on your TV, 1080p, whatever the case is, to make it up to standards, at least with the PS4 and Xbox One version. That's what it seems like to me by saying it's custom built for the Nintendo Switch. Maybe there's some extra features that you can access based on the unique features of the Nintendo Switch, such as the HD rumble, to where there's certain parts of the Joy-Con that can rumble when you kick the ball or whatever the case is. I'm not exactly sure how they do it, but it does seem like they are taking the time to make sure the Nintendo Switch version of FIFA is good. And I know a lot of you guys are probably just like, ugh, FIFA, but you have to remember FIFA is a big game out there. It is going to help, at least initially, somewhat sell the Nintendo Switch because some people really want to play FIFA, and this would be the only HD, like, great console version of FIFA that you can play on the go. That can be potentially big for the UK and parts of Europe. So really looking forward to seeing how it does and how the game performs on the Nintendo Switch. Next, we got some Breath of the Wild amiibo news. Yes, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild amiibo are up for pre-order on Amazon, so you can check out the link in the description below. There are different amiibos that you can pre-order. Link with his horse, of course him shooting the bow and arrow, Princess Zelda, and more. So make sure you check that out there, and remember, at this point, you won't get the 20% Prime discount, but closer to launch, once it's about to ship, that discount will be added in, the 20% for Prime members. So just take that into consideration when you're looking to see where to buy the amiibo for The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Alright, and moving on to the last topic here. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild will be 1080p on the Nintendo Switch, 720p on the Wii U. There's faster loading times on the Nintendo Switch over the Wii U version. So this information comes directly from the source, Eiji Aonuma. I think I mentioned this during E3, but the gameplay is completely the same experience on Wii U and the Nintendo Switch. The game controls for the two are pretty much identical. However, when you play in TV mode, the resolution of the screen and the sound quality go up. When I said earlier that the gameplay and experience is the same, I meant the frame rate is the same as well. 1080p on Switch, 720p on Wii U. Switch will have faster loading times because it's easier to pull data from a game card than from a disc. So that basically means once you boot up Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild on the Nintendo Switch, you can get right into the gameplay very quickly because it is running on those game cards, so it's going to be fast, and I am actually really looking forward to that. So it's a seamless world in the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild on the Wii U and the Nintendo Switch. Miyamoto also chimed in with this, quotations, "The world in Breath of the Wild is all seamless. There's a lot of processing when the game needs to recreate the landscape, so that's a little bit of a challenge. But while you're playing it, there's no difference whatsoever between the two." That comes from Shigeru Miyamoto, of course. So this is really interesting about all this stuff here. Obviously, the Nintendo Switch is going to be the superior version of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. That is easy, hands down. It's going to be better, and I think that they're kind of downplaying the differences between them, because if you look at the Nintendo Switch version of the game, not only can you see that it's running smoother from everything, but it's looking a lot better than the Wii U version, and like you said, as far as the game cards go, it's going to be able to pull that data faster, it's going to be able to relay that data faster, you're going to have the shorter loader times, and I feel that you're going to see a lot of frame rate drops and different things that happen and occur on the Wii U version over the Nintendo Switch version when it's all said and done, just because there's so much data that has to be processed on that disc and the read speeds and all that. Cartridge to me is the right way to go, and it just fits for the type of life that I have right at this point. I'll just be able to pop that bad boy in and play, faster loading times. That is really good for open world games with this NVIDIA Tegra chip, so I'm excited. I'm really excited to play this game. The fact that its launch is even better. It's going to keep me occupied all the way for pretty much the whole month. I'm going to be playing Legend of Zelda, streaming it right here. But speaking of streaming, guys, make sure you check out the description below. Follow me on Twitch. I have a whole new live streaming setup that's clean, quick, and fast. I'm going to be having giveaways. I'm going to be having prizes. There's going to be all sorts of stuff going on pretty soon. We're going to start things off big with Monolith Soft's own Xenosaga, and when the Nintendo Switch launches, we're actually going to get into a ton of Nintendo Switch games pretty much all throughout the year, since there's going to be content, so you're really going to want to make sure you follow me on Twitch, and of course subscribe if you're not subscribed to me right here on YouTube. Alright guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and hit that like button if you did like it. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future, and subscribe to PlayerEssence for more news, reviews, trailers, tips and tricks, and everything in gaming. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you guys for the next video. Peace!